All right. We are live. Welcome back, everyone. J Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Oh, this this was a good one tonight, folks. This was this was a good one. This was hot. I'd been waiting impatiently all day for this one. And I knew it was going to be so much fun. We got some surprises. We're going to talk about them. Elijah Washington, what is up? Hey, J Bone, wow, a lot of stuff is going on. Crazy in the world right now. Yes. Yes. Well, we try to keep it positive to the wrestling stuff that we love, right? Let's not talk about the negative stuff going on in the world. That's why we watch wrestling, right? Is to get away from all the negative bullshit in the world, right? Critical State, Cody looked at the top of the cage like I'm about to Kurt Angle this hoe. Okay, so we're just going to kind of bounce all over the place here because that's a great point to start. I was watching live. I was sitting on the edge of my couch watching this, pen in hand, because I'm like, I'm just like jotting down stuff once in a while. And I'm out loud yelling at my TV, no, 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 Jiminy Christmas, no, please don't do that. He didn't hear me. He didn't hear me. I don't know why he didn't hear me. That was insane. This whole night had to be very emotional for him. I mean, this is a homecoming, and whenever you go home, you start to reflect, So this whole night had to be just a roller coaster, a roller coaster of emotions. Elijah Washington asks, "How do you feel about Ross calling Jeff Cobb Dr. Death Steve Williams? It wasn't mean. Ross said he missed him and he wants to build a new star." Like, I take that. I missed it. But I have to play it back. I was more just like watching them. I kind of tuned out, commentary every once in a while. Not that they don't bring it, but sometimes you just do. I missed it. I would take it as a total compliment. Total compliment to Jeff Cobb. Absolutely. Eric's in here. What is up, buddy? Cage top moonsault clothesline because Wardlow took one more step left. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, no matter how those go, they're ugly. I mean, that was 20 feet up in the air. That was as tall as a freaking Hell in a Cell cage. And there was about a foot of space, like all the way around on the outside, It wasn't like, okay, we're going to compare it. People are just going to have to deal with that. When I was looking at this cage, I was like, damn, that's big. And then I really started to look at it, be like, all right, what's going on here? This thing looks just massive, the structure. And there was between 6 inches to a foot from the cage going like all the way to the floor outside the width of the ring. That was huge. I mean, obviously a Hell in a Cell is like 4 to 5 feet out from the apron. This wasn't that big. But man, so I feel like they wanted to like, okay, we're doing a cage. Let's do somewhere between the Hell in a Cell and their cage. Our cage is bigger, It's like, I can just picture Tony Khan doing something like that. Our cage is bigger. And then, if Tony Khan has too much to drink one night, he'll be like, oh, yeah, you got a Lesnar? We got a Wardlow. Spin that fucker. Oh, God. Wardlow is a nice wrestler, but needs a bit of polish. Well, this was probably a really bad example of what he can do. There was a lot of big move to Cody, walk around, get heat. Big move to Cody, walk around, get heat. Okay, that's what you do in a cage match. It's not move, defense, move, whatever, Cage matches, you gotta just, they're a different psychology all on their own. And I might do this myself, if you want to know what Wardlow all can do, there are highlight videos out there, okay? Go look at some of the highlight videos and you'll see what he can all do. He's a hell of an athlete, okay? This was just an odd, I'm not cutting on the match itself. I'm just saying, if you want a good example of what he can do, this was a poor example of what he could do in the ring. All right. But yeah, he's young. He's only been around a few years, but damn, he looks like a freaking beast, man. He is going to be like the next Lesnar type character. Critical Sting's in here. Mr. Peeps. Hey, thanks for the sub, by the way. I saw that the other day. Much appreciated. Saw Raven in AEW tonight. I don't know why. I don't know if that was him. I saw the picture right before I went live. I don't know if that's him. That could have been just some dude in a shirt. I'd have to go back and look at the footage. It might be. I can't imagine he'd be like out in the crowd. I would think he'd be backstage watching with Gorilla and not getting the golden treatment, but just back with everyone, Who knows? Heard Aries was there too. Oh, goodness. Dude, someone's got to pick up Aries. Seriously. Opinions aside, I get it. Some people like Aries, some people don't. I don't care. He's a local guy. I got to root for him. I don't. Uh-oh. We still here? All right. My buddy, Eric says, my buddy Shayna and Chris Statlander had a really good match tonight. Yeah, that was good. We haven't seen Shayna in a while. We just saw Chris Statlander. Where was I? Where did I see her? Oh, I was watching the Dark from yesterday, earlier today. And Chris Statlander had a hell of a match against Diamante. That's like the second or third time they've had Diamante in there. I got a feeling. I mean, okay. And if you're also a fan of Impact Wrestling and you know that Kiera Hogan and Diamante are together, they're together. Okay. So, kills him. Yeah, he's got an attitude. He's cocky because he is one of the best out there. I hear you. I think a lot of people assume that Impact would just pick Diamante back up. And I don't know why they wouldn't. I don't know why. But I feel like, they're picking up a lot of women the last couple months consecutively. They're going out there. They're having decent matches. They're getting positive feedback on social media. I think they should pick her up. As long as she's healthy, why not? And I think a lot of people want to see her back with, LAX. It ain't going to happen. That's another world, But she still looks like LAX, she still represents, with the bandana and everything. So, all right, as we jump in to this episode of AEW Season 2, Episode 8, Don't forget to smash that like button and smash that sub button, folks. Critical Sting says, as someone who doesn't watch consistently, does Cody have any matches without all the smoke and mirrors and shenanigans? Well, the entrance is, he comes up and he's got the light on him. I mean, Cody Rhodes is the biggest baby face of the company. Okay. He is, I mean, in my opinion, he is. I mean, there's others that are creeping up there. I mean, if you want to know who else is popular, go back and watch the pop that Darby Allin got. Oh my God. That kid is becoming a star, and he's been on national TV for just a few months. It's amazing. And I knew that guy was going to be a star. He just had to be given the chance. But yeah, Cody's, got the light coming down. He comes up, out of the stage like like a slow-mo Rey Mysterio. No. And he doesn't wrestle all the time. But when he does, it feels like a big deal, So I don't know if that answers your question or not. When I say shenanigans, I mean during the match. Oh, well, this ongoing thing. Okay, so he's had this ongoing thing with MJF for a while now. But he had backup out there. It's not like he was getting screwed with and he was solo. He hasn't had his wife out there with him in a while. They're done with the whole Nightmare Collective. They put it to rest. It just didn't work out. Arn Anderson was out there. What Arn did to MJF during that match, priceless, absolutely priceless. And there's some serious history that went on there too. Did you hear what MJF was screaming at Arn as Arn was looking at a bloody Cody Rhodes and holding that door? God, it was like the temptation of Christ. He was like, he was like, go on, hit him just like you hit his father back in the day. You want to. Oh, man. I was like, and he just held the door and stared at him for a while. And it just was like, because people are saying like all the time that Arn is going to turn on Cody. I have no doubt that it's going to happen sometime. I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon, though. Mr. Fretz, what is up, man? So, I mean, yeah, there's this ongoing thing. Cody had to jump through hoops to get to this match at the pay-per-view with MJF. He had to kiss the ring. No, I'm kidding. He had to, what was it? It was 3 things. Oh, he had to take the lashes. He had to beat Wardlow in the cage match, and there was something else, wasn't it? Wasn't there 3 things? I forget. Elijah Washington says Aries and AEW will be gold. He's good on the mic and in the ring, but his attitude. Yeah, I know. Everyone talks about how cocky he is. Yeah, I know. Zach Bonifer, what is up? Can't touch MJF. Critical Sting can't touch MJF. Swag fan, what is up? What is up, man? Yeah, the guy is good beyond his years. He really is. He's good beyond his years. And he hasn't. They're making MJF something so special that he's only wrestled like twice within the last year or something. And it's not because he's hurt. They're making it so that when he's out there, the world just stops and focuses on him. And he pisses off the world at the same time. It's crazy. Oh, the third rule. Thank you. Okay, I'm like, can't touch MJF, can't touch MJF. Yeah, okay, yes, you were right. I'm sorry. The third rule that I couldn't remember because I'm senile. He couldn't touch MJF until the pay-per-view. Thank you, everyone. Like, why is everybody saying you can't touch MJF? Because I'm a freaking idiot. God, J-Bone, we're talking about the third rule. I know. Sorry. I watched NXT, about to do AEW after some Red Dead 2, LOL. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. I guarantee you will enjoy the show. Man, what a roller coaster. All right, before we go into the matches themselves, bear with me for a minute. Oh my God. We are okay. So, you guys, if you've been watching me for a while, you know I've got some figures around here. My wife, even like when I was feeling like shit the other day, she got me a couple of these Matt Hardy's. They were cheap at Five Below. She's awesome. So I don't know. I'm not running out of room, but I don't know where I'm going to put them because I was trying to keep the figures like out of camera range. Just put them like around here, but whatever. I'll get them up eventually. Speaking of action figures, we are getting action figures. I don't have the StreamYard thing on. Otherwise, I would have shared like pictures of the action figures. Okay, but I could say who we're getting. They showed we're getting the Young Bucks. We're getting Cody, his wife Brandy. We're getting Jericho and Kenny Omega. So that's like the first, what do they call that? Set? Series? Whatever. 6 of them. Not bad. Not freaking bad. If I had to take a guess at the next one, your next one is going to be like SCU, Moxley, MJF, and Darby. Just throwing names out there. That's a guess. They say they're coming in 2020, so I don't know. I don't know if there's bone crunchers. Cody comes with the hammer, doesn't he? Yeah, the sledgehammer. I mean, and they look good. They look good. They look like they look as good, if not better in some ways, depending on who you're looking at or whatever. They look as good as Mattel, and they're not even Mattels. They're not Jacks. They're Wicked Toys? But yeah, they look great. The faces look great. The hair looks good. They got the, whatever, articularity. I don't know what the hell that's, it's not just, like old, 1970s action figures or whatever. Seen Will Ospreay retweeted the Cody spot. Respect. Nice. Yeah. See, and they're all, just because the companies aren't willing to work with each other right now doesn't mean there's not people in the company that still love and respect each other. I mean, those guys spent a lot of time with each other throughout several years. Will Ospreay's been there for a decent amount of time. I don't know who he's all wrestled out of, the elite guys or whatever. I don't even know if he had a match with Kenny Omega. He might have. I'm really rusty on my whole New Japan stuff, but um, I speaking of Will Ospreay, I did hear he's joining the heavyweight division. Congrats to him. That's a big move. I mean, that's going to open up a whole new world for Will Ospreay as far as um, you know, things down the road for him, opponents, belts, everything. Good for him. I don't know if he's like putting on weight or what, but um, yeah, good for him. All right, let's dive into this. We already kind of discussed some stuff already out of turn, but that's okay. That's all right. No, not gonna stop and start over again, right? Ospreay versus Naito, please. Oh, I'm sure that's coming. Naito's their champ, right? Isn't he? Maybe next January 4th. Wrestle Kingdom. But that means he's got to win the cup, right? Whatever that is. Kenny and Ospreay have only faced off in PWG. Oh, okay. No, close enough. So at least they have some kind of history together. Cool. All right, so we start out with just absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. We got the tag team elimination match. Tag team elimination battle royal. Oof, that's a mouthful right there. And I think there was more teams in this than were originally booked, like on the poster for this ad or for this match, excuse me. So we had, it was 9 or 10. Maybe it was the same teams. I don't know. It felt like there were more teams out there. There was the Dark Order guys, along with a bunch of minions and stuff. But as far as guys in the match, it was Reynolds and Silver. I think the two newer tag team guys. So you got the Dark Order, Butcher and the Blade, Jurassic Express, minus Marco Stunt. I don't know where he was. Private Party, Ortiz and Santana representing inner circle, Best Friends, Strong Hearts, Young Bucks, SCU. I feel like I'm forgetting someone. Luchasaurus and the Butcher in a match at Dynamite. Take my money. Yeah, those two had a little face-off, didn't they? So Young Bucks, I feel like I'm forgetting someone, but nonetheless. Dark Order was out there barking stuff at SCU, saying, "Oh, where's Christopher Daniels? Our fearless leader is coming soon." Addie H says you look like Nikita Koloff crossed with Nate Webb, who are both very based. Based is, I don't know. Okay. Nate Webb. That's based equals cool. Okay, thank you. I'm showing my age there. I try to keep up with all the terms, and I'm not as hip as I used to be. But thank you. Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. You get it too sweet. And sub if you haven't already. Appreciate it. Yo, Seema took the Dark Order mask. He didn't say no, did he? No, he did not. Eddie Maiden, what do you think? Or Curse signing Nick Curse signing with, and I don't know who that is. Sensitive bitch, Steve, you look like a very cool dad. Subbed. Thank you. A very cool dad. I have my moments. All right, we continue. We're getting some viewers in here. All right. Some new sensitive bitch Steve Austin. All right. that's a new one. I'm not going to touch that. All right. I've been called worse. All right. So it's like I said, season 2. Oh, we already got in this now. Tag team. Oh, see, all the compliments went to my head and I lost my mind there for a second. So yeah, Young Bucks are the new number 1 contenders. They're going to be facing Omega. Well, at the time we didn't know who was going to be tag team champs because they had to face Lucha. Mr. Barrett. Oh, old podcast brother. You beautiful bastard, you. Oh, Baron's an old podcast brother of mine. Thank you, former Rambler. Thank you. Hope you are well, man. Hope you are well. Thank you. Love you, dude. All right. So, yeah. So we got, oh, you're going to get me all choked up. I miss you guys. I'm not old. You are, bud. Some things never change. So yeah, Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page at the pay-per-view. That's if they can get through Phoenix and Pentagon. We got the ladies up next. Chris Statlander. So I watched, like I said, I watched Chris Statlander's match with Diamante earlier today from Dark, AEW Dark. Great match. Good, like 10-minute match. It was good. Who is your favorite Buck? I can't pick. I love them both. I got the hat. It's an older hat, but I got the hat. I love them both. I love the Young Bucks. Matt has a better tan, though. I'll say that. My goodness, was he all tanned up tonight. Great match between, we haven't seen Shayna in a while. And they're rotating the girls. They're keeping it fresh, so that they can go do some touring. They're not on every single week. Although Chris has been around a lot. As soon as she came in, man, between workers and I think the fans were like, yo, keep her. The whole, boop. I booped my wife right before I started this tonight. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm booping you. She's like, you can't boop me. I'm like, boop, you're booped. What are you going to do? Can't do nothing about it. You're booped. So, and I like it, Chris Statlander kicks ass. She is an ass kicker, man. But she throws in a little bit of unsuspecting comedy, throughout the match. I like that. Like all of a sudden, boop, it's just, she's kind of like a weird version of Joey Ryan, kind of, sort of, a little, maybe. I don't know. But I dig it. I think she's great. She had a little face-off with Big Swole and Nyla Rose later. That was cool. I know I'm jumping ahead here. But Chris Chris Statlander beat is it Shanna or Shayna? I think it's Shanna. I don't know. But yeah, good match. And next, Tyler. Okay, so here, yeah, Nyla Rose was out there with Tony Schiavone talking about I am the queen bee, and all you little buzzing bees can just buzz off or whatever she said. And then Chris Statlander came out there, tried booping her. She wasn't having none of that. Big Swole came out there then. She's making a name for herself too. She had a good match. She faced who did she face yesterday? I can't remember. Some chick from Puerto Rico. Christy Jane Christie, something. Good match. Good match. And I know I seen her before, but I couldn't remember where. But Big Swole's been kicking ass too. So it feels like your main baby faces that they're really trying to push are Big Swole and Chris Statlander. And I know there's like the Joshis as well. Those are very popular girls, but they're not around as much. So triple threat at Revolution. Hey, I hope so. That would be amazing. I would love to see Big Swole, Chris Statlander, and Nyla Rose all going at it. That would be a hard hitting, crazy ass women's championship match. I would love to see that. JR, explain this alien gimmick of Statlander. Excalibur tries to explain. JR cuts him off. That's enough of that. Well, see, trying to defend him without trying to defend him. Just more explain. Excalibur might know a little more about the individual talents, whereas Tony and JR are better play-by-play guys. You know, Taz was out there too, so they were really bouncing the stuff around tonight. Well, Nyla Rose is a female. But yeah, she's very tough. We're getting all sorts of new names in here. All right. So we continue. Nyla Rose has the interview, gets a face off with Chris Statlander, Big Swole, and it gets broken up by security. All right. Next, we get next is when we had Taz on commentary. Okay, I wrote that down. Jon Moxley versus Jeff Cobb debuting. I think it was right around this time that I started dozing off just a little bit. And that's and if I say I dozed off and I missed part of the match, doesn't mean it's because it was boring, okay? It's just my body chemistry, okay? So I did miss part of this, but from what I caught of it, it was very good. Inner Circle attacking Jon Moxley afterwards, and then Dustin came out. Darby Allin got a hell of a pop. I saw Bully Ray on Twitter. He's like, if you want to know who's popular in AEW, go back and listen to that Darby Allin pop when he came out. And then during the commercial break, he was doing the cards, just like Sammy. Basically, it's like, hey, I'll see you at the pay-per-view. So that's a guaranteed one. Those two are going to tear it up. It's going to be one of the better matches of the night. Absolutely. Andre Corbeil, that was some good flippy dippy doo. Zach Bonifer, JR knows how to tell a story. Yeah, I mean, he does. Darby took forever to get in the ring and make the save. It's a real emergency. Moxley would have been dead. He was soaking in the adoration. Look, this kid is not used to that. So he wanted to just take a second, soak it in, and just really at the top. Okay, so at the top of the stage, he's looking around, he's looking at the ring, and it was at that moment that inner circle, they fucked up, He's putting fear in them. It's intimidation. He's like, I'm here. They're scared. What are you guys gonna do? They're freaking out. So yeah. We're getting Dustin Rhodes versus Jake Hagar. We're getting Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara. I believe those were confirmed. I don't know if the Darby Allin one was confirmed yet. But I know the Dustin Rhodes, Jake Hagar one was confirmed last week. So yeah, I can't wait to see that. That'll be Jake Hagar's in-ring debut in the company as well. Zach says, Raven was in the crowd during the tag team battle royal. Okay, so you think it was him too. All right, it could be. Look, the picture I saw online was like really blurry and it was a horrible, it looked like a guy my age, gray hair with button-down shirt. Like it looked like him, but I was like, I don't know if that's him. Everybody's saying it was Raven. Seen Darby and Sammy at AEW, and that was insane. I can't imagine what they will do on that big of a stage. Nice. I'll have to look and see if that match is on YouTube or anywhere, see if they shared it. AEW shares their matches once in a while. They'll share like one a week from like past events, So yeah, Moxley comes out with a win here. I did not think that Mox was going to win this one. I thought Jeff Cobb was going to win. But, it's all about storytelling. It's all about psychology of the feud and everything. Nothing as far as unless there's something being reported now that I don't know about. The latest on Jeff Cobb is that he's only going to be around for this event, and that's it. So, I mean, I hope he sticks around and does more with them, but, they're going to try to sign him. And, I don't know if that's what Jeff Cobb wants right now, is he wants a long-term contract. It was hard enough for him to get out of Lucha Underground. And so then he spent the last few years in Ring of Honor. And he didn't re-sign with them, but they kept him on at events. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's a hell of an in-ring talent. I think and if he's in a place like AEW, there's plenty of people around there that can help him grow, with promos. So overall, he can grow as a talent, not just be a good, you know, good in-ring guy. He wants to work more with New Japan, and AEW obviously allows that to happen. Yeah, and they're and if that's what AEW wants and lets their guys do that and keeps an open contract, same with the Lucha Brothers, they're signed but they're not signed. Um, then that's just one more connection with them and New Japan. It keeps that door open. And I'm sure they'll work together as far as schedule, you know, like, okay, Jeff Cobb is not going to work this tour. We'll let him work wherever else for a while. And then he'll come back in a month or two, whatever. I'm sure they can work it out. Sensitive pitch, Steve Austin. Thanks for the sub, man. Oh, just saying that out loud is just kind of funny. Had to check that notification. All right. What is next here? We got the tag team championships on the line. Kenny Omega and Hangman Adam Page defending against Phoenix and Pentagon, the only other tag team that was not in the tag team elimination battle royal earlier. I almost missed that one. Mr. Peeps earlier says, I got all the love and respect for good old JR, but if they replaced him with Taz, I wouldn't mind. I hear you. I mean, JR is just a wealth of knowledge, and he's not going to do this if he doesn't feel like he can't contribute, he still feels like he can. And if he's still wanted, he's going to stick around. So yeah, you've got a plethora of talent at that, on that commentary table, but I know, to each their own, I appreciate everyone up there. They're doing their best. Look, this whole brand is a work in progress. These guys are still new at working with each other. JR used to work with Tony years ago, but it's been a long time. But I think they just enjoy each other's company up there. And Excalibur is probably just like, oh my God, I still can't fucking believe I'm sitting up here with these guys, And then you got Taz too. If Tony's off on assignment doing whatever, jeez Louise, you can't complain. And Taz just fits right in, man. It's so good to see him on that show. I really miss him. I used to listen to his radio show all the time. And then he did some other stuff, and because what was it, a couple years ago, his radio show he did, he would do the third hour, he would show live on Facebook. And that's how I started my day, like for the longest time. And that's the part of the show that I watched. And it was usually like a guest or something entertaining. But man, on assignment, making coffee. No, I mean, like if he's like, doing an interview or he's doing something else or he's not there, he's because he's got like 10 other announcing jobs in the sports world, making coffee. Zach. Be nice. Zach must love Britt Baker. I kid. All right, so Phoenix and Pentagon versus Omega and Page. This one, I felt like it started out a little slow, and then after the commercial break, it really, really picked up. Oh my God. it picked up so much that I did not think that we were going to have Omega and Page as tag champs um, at the pay-per-view. I'm a Steelers fan, so okay, I hear you. Oh man, I just started watching football again. I started watching the XFL. I haven't watched the NFL for years. It's really good. I watched about half of the week 2 games. Great shit, man. Good football. Good football. A lot of fun. Nail biters. Yeah, when Phoenix and Pentagon start clicking in the ring, you can tell when that end of the match is coming. And then Kenny Omega and Adam Page start making those mistakes consistently, those little ones like, oh, someone ducked and someone got clocked, or a counter or whatever. Man. But no, they pulled it off. So we're getting Kenny Omega and Adam Page against the Young Bucks. I thought for a while we were going to see Young Bucks versus Phoenix and Pentagon again, but they probably don't want to go back to that for quite a while. It's like the more I thought about it, I was like, at first I was like, yeah, we could see it again. Yeah, that was great. Wait, no, they did that too many times. They probably don't want to do that again. So as soon as Omega and Page won, I was like, yeah, okay. But great match, man. Jeez Louise, this one really picked up. Good shit. Omega and Page retain. And then Page goes off and drinks beer, and the Young Bucks are out there congratulating him, and they're checking on the guys. And Page is fine, he's just off to the side, and they're checking on Omega. And Omega kind of comes to, and he's getting pulled away by Page, and he's getting pulled this way by the Bucks, and he's like, whoa, wait a minute, what the? It's like, what are you guys doing? She's like, quit. I'm good. Quit fighting over me, Page is like, screw this, I'm out of here. Chugs a 20-ounce beer in like 2 seconds. Guy's got problems. Stumbles away. Give me another one. Omega's like, whatever. He's the most soberest on the roster. So, and then we get the promo about the action figures. And I just want to reiterate, if you guys came in later when I was talking about it at the beginning, damn, they look like $1 million. I seriously can't wait till those. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to hit stores. Maybe they can get them in Walmarts or Targets or something. I hope they're not just online, because there's something about going to the store and hunting them down, hence the term figure hunting, and I don't do that much. I mean, I've got some figures, but I don't go out like all the time, like, oh, I got to find the latest series and whatever, it's like the latest one I actually found and got excited about was this one. This is this one surprised me. And I sat on this one for a while because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get this one. And then when I found out that this was the variant of Series 100, I was like, ooh, that means it's kind of special. So I got this one. This was Shawn Michaels Series 100. So there were some good ones in here. There were some John Cena, classic looking Rock, Stone Cold, Undertaker. I almost got the Undertaker because I don't have. That's one guy that I do not have is the Undertaker. I've got a lot of other ones. I do not have the Undertaker. So I need an Undertaker to match Shawn Michaels. But when I went back to the store like a couple weeks later, and this guy was there and Undertaker was gone, I snatched this one. So finally have, actually, I do have one other one. I did buy a DX uh, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. It was back when they were a tag team again, and they were trying to, you know, relive their whatever, you know. So yeah, that was from that one. From it was about 10 years ago, give or take a little bit, whatever. Or was it longer than that? No, it's about 10 years ago, whatever. Anyways, all right, and then last but certainly not least, we talked about this a little already, but I'll talk about it again. Cody versus Wardlow in that ridiculously big looking steel cage. Oh my God, folks. Let me know your thoughts about this cage. Let me know. Did you think it was like cool looking? Did you think it was too big? Did you appreciate the fact that it was bigger than WWE's regular size cage? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, in the chat, whatever. Ex Steeler QB Landry Jones now plays in XFL. Oh, okay. Dallas Renegades. Nice. Mr. Peep says, I liked it. Kind of looked old school in a way. Yeah, it did. It did. I mean, it also looked like a smaller version of Hell in a Cell, you know, without the roof. I mean, it was an intimidating looking cage. And then they had I mean, this is their big, you know, debut of the cage. Like the cage is like a character in its own. I think people have said that over the years. I haven't said that in quite a while. I think one time that people always say that is when the Elimination Chamber comes around. God knows that's coming up soon. That was one of my favorites. Still is a little bit, you know. I'm always curious to see how they handle that. They've changed it, but whatever. But man, this cage was just. When I saw how big that was, I was like, oh, no way anybody's jumping off of that. No way. What does Cody do? Shatters it. Man, he's got more scars too. My God. Oh my God. Well, hopefully you can get him, you know, stapled up, whatever. And, but man, in all reality, let's be honest, his head is probably going to end up looking like his paps, you know? It's destined, right? But that was cool. They had the smoke out there. I mean, it really felt like a big moment. I was waiting for this all day. I mean, all week. Just I couldn't wait. I knew it was going to be something special. You know, Wardlow comes out there and he just looks oh, guy just looks amazing. He looks like a healthier version of Brian Cage, you know? Maybe he can't do all the flippy stuff that Brian Cage does, but no, I'm good with that. I don't need your 270-pound guys, 6 foot whatever, to do a million sentons and all that kind of stuff. Now, this guy did a senton. Couldn't believe it. That was nuts. Agent, what is up? I wonder if they'll bring back the triple cage. Oh, Lord. I actually kind of liked that back in the day. That was cool. That was when, what was the one I watched? That was when, oh, jeez. Bret Hart came out at the end and helped Kevin Nash win the championship or something. I don't know. God, that's a little blurry, but I remember watching that one. That was nuts. But yeah, this had all the drama with it. MJF shooting his mouth off ringside. The blood was flowing. Arn was there. His wife was Cody's wife, Brandy, was there. Man, it was good. Mr. Peeps says they made good use of the cage. Plenty of spots with it being used like a weapon. Yes. And bodies getting thrown into it. Yes. Again, kind of an old school style. Yeah. And that's what you expect in a cage match. If you don't get some of that, physical drama, then what are you doing? That's what it's there for. The whole thing is a weapon. Heading home, but had to jump in the chat. Thanks, J Rock Freak. What a show tonight. It was amazing, especially that cage match. And that Orange Cassidy pop, something great. Yeah. Oh, man, that bump that Cassidy took. My God. He got what? Slapped? No, he got, what was it? Oh, he got kicked in the jewels from, the bunny? Is that what it was? Yeah. God, he just got clobbered. Last one I'd seen was Jarrett versus David when he was champ for that match. Okay. Nice. Oof, that's been a while then, eh? But yeah, this was a lot of fun. This episode was great. We got one to go before the pay-per-view. Just had a lot of good matches and a lot of storytelling. This is the first time in weeks or ever that MJF as a heel looked intimidated, looking up at Cody at the top of the cage after he won. So, and that was okay. He's you're only human if you go back and forth and you show a little emotion like that. He's not going to be on 10, loud as hell, in your face 24/7. The heel's got to go down once in a while, right? He did tonight. And he showed a little bit of that. Oh, shit. He made it through this match. That means I have to face him at the pay-per-view. You saw that look on his face. You read his face. You saw it in his eyes. When he was like halfway up the ramp and he's like, on his hands and knees and he's just kind of like, damn, Omega and Pac Iron Man match next week. Oh, that's going to be nuts. I don't know why they're not doing that at the pay-per-view. It should be at the pay-per-view because, is that going to mess up the tag team between Omega and Hangman? Is Omega going to be out there and accidentally on purpose screw it up for him? Oh, too many what ifs. It's going to be great. Crazy. Great episode, though. So, yeah, if you're watching this after we cut out of here, let me know what you thought of the episode. What did you pop for? What'd you think of the cage? Just let me know. And as we get out of here, don't forget, folks, to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell for notifications so that you know when more of my content hits your screen. Don't forget, folks, tomorrow night, I'll be with the TNI guys. Maybe one, maybe two. We don't know. Is a scumbag going to show up? We got to find out. We'll be reviewing the latest Impact Wrestling over on the Impact Lounge. And on the OG channel, we just did episode number 10 of the NWA TNA. Trent and I reviewed that. Having a blast doing that. Seriously. There's a new Impacted up on that channel. Go check it out. Eddie Edwards. Done by the guys of Impacted. Joker and Bison. They're doing a hell of a job. I'm proud of them. I'm glad we can, do that for them and give them a platform like that. And, got a nice little, team thing going on there. It's all What's that? The teamwork makes the dream work, right? What else is going on? Tomorrow night Impact. Oh, and you are going to want to tune in because I got a hell of a news piece for you guys. If you listened to Tommy Dreamer this morning, you heard it on Busted Open Radio. If you didn't, go find it. You'll know what I'm talking about. We'll talk about it tomorrow night. We'll see you guys. Take care. Have a good one.